What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ravi Wadden, and in this video, I want to talk about some incredible lease deals that we have on 2026 Chevy Silverado EVs in the state of Texas. So as an example of one of these deals, you can get for just $449 a month with just $3,000 due at signing. And this truck has an MSRP of a little over $76,000. And there's multiple units available. They're in the state of Texas. They include Texas lease credits. And if you live in the state of Texas, you know that getting a good lease deal can be difficult because you guys have to pay sales tax on the entire selling price of the vehicle, whereas most of the country only has to pay sales tax on their payments. So usually on a truck like this, and if you live in the state of Texas, you end up paying a few $1,000s more than the rest of the country. But don't worry, this is a Texas lease deal, and I want to talk about it in this video. So let's go ahead and jump into the computer behind me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the Drive Match website, and you can see this 2026 Chevy Silverado EV Trail Boss that's listed on Drive Match. Let's go ahead and click into it, and you'll see that this is the E4-wheel drive crew cab extended range Trail Boss. We have two units available. One is blue smoke metallic and the other is black. You're also going to see that both of these units are demos, as you can see here in the upper left hand corner. Now if we look at this blue smoke metallic one as an example, you'll see that the discount that we've negotiated on your behalf is 20.5% off of MSRP, which is a massive discount. It's a 24-month lease that allows for 10,000 miles a year, and you can change this to 12 or 15 if you need to. It also requires $3,000 due at signing, and this $3,000 is your total out of pocket. It's going to include like state registration fees, for example, your acquisition fee, your first month's payment, any rebates that you owe or any tax that you owe on rebates, excuse me. And you'll see that the monthly payment is $449 a month plus tax. Now, if we click on more details, you're going to get more details about this particular vehicle. You'll see the interior color listed here, which is black and Artemis. You'll see that the vehicle is located in Texas. It's available to Texas residents, and this is a demo with 3,000 miles on it. And to get the deal as you see it back here, it is going to require a GM credit card sign up. If you don't have the if you don't want to apply for the GM credit card, you're only going to miss out on a $500 rebate. So the payment might go up about $15 a month, which still makes this an incredible lease deal. And it does require a Costco executive membership. Now, if you don't have an executive Costco membership, you're going to get a $1,000 rebate. If you do have the Costco executive membership, you're going to get a $1,250 rebate. So an additional $250 for having that upper tier Costco membership. And here are the options, all listed here. I don't think I need to go over them. And you're going to see that, shipping is available within the state of Texas. But if you want to pick up this car in person, you can do so for free. But if you want to get it shipped, we can coordinate shipping on your behalf. Now, the cool thing with Drive Match is you can customize this lease deal to your liking. So I've used the zip code 75001, which is a Dallas area zip code. I'm going to leave this at a 24-month lease because usually this is going to be the best lease term. For example, if we went to 36 months, you'll see the payment goes to $549 here in the lower right-hand corner. So I'll leave this at 24 months. And with Drive Match, you can structure and customize your deal as you like it. So if you know you drive more than 10,000 miles a year, you can go to 12 and the payment goes to $516. You can go to 15,000 miles a year and the payment goes to $549. Now I'll leave this at 10,000 miles a year. You can also set your due at signing amount. So if $3,000 is too much money for you, you can do as little as $200 total out of pocket. And what we'll do with all of those other, the acquisition fee, your first month's payment, we'll just roll those into the lease. And you'll see that with $200 down, your payment goes to $604 a month. Now with leasing, oftentimes when you go to a dealer, it's very difficult to get $200 down or $0 down. Sometimes they make you feel like you're negotiating and you feel like you're getting the better of them. But really with Drive Match, you can just customize the deal how you want it and you'll be able to see the full breakdown. So if I wanted to go ahead and proceed with this lease deal, and let's just say I was a consumer, you can click on Save Deal and View Breakdown, and you're going to get additional information about this deal. Now, here's where you're going to confirm everything, right? 24 months, 10,000 miles a year. That's what I selected. Here's the options list. Now, here's the cool thing, right? You're going to see the residual value, which is 59% or a little over $45,000. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar, the residual value is what you can buy this truck for at the end of the lease term. And most places, when you go to buy a car, they won't even give you the residual value. And right here on DriveMatch.com, you'll see the residual value also based on my zip code, which is approximately 300 miles away from where this vehicle is located. You'll see that the estimated shipping cost is going to be $500. Now, again, if you want to pick up this car in person, you can do so for free. But if you do want to have it shipped, it's going to be approximately $500. Now, really quickly, I just want to show you guys why it makes so much sense to lease this Chevy Silverado EV. Now, if we were to finance this same truck, so the MSRP on this truck that's on DriveMatch.com is a little over $76,000. You can see it right here. It's a little over $76,000, and we negotiated a 20.5% discount, which result in a sales price of about $60,800. Now, if you were to finance this truck at $60,800 selling price, a 72-month term at an interest rate of 5%, and you put $3,000 down, which is the same that you would put on DriveMatch, based on the standard deal, using a 6.5% sales tax rate, and assuming $1,500 for title, registration, and other fees, you're going to be paying $1,018.67 for this exact same truck a month. And ladies and gentlemen, on DriveMatch.com, with $3,000 down, you're only paying $483 a month. So you're saving $500 a month by leasing this truck. And on top of that, when you lease this truck, you're not going to have to worry about depreciation, because if you finance this truck, what happens is when you go to trade it in 1 or 2 years down the road, or 3 years down the road, you might have $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 of negative equity. In leasing, you don't have to worry about it. If you really do want to keep this truck long term, you have the option to buy it for the residual value, and you're going to get the lease credits. And if you saw my other videos, GM and Ford are still including the $7,500 EV tax credit. So you're getting that if you lease it, and you're not getting it if you finance it. And that's why, leasing this truck just makes a lot of financial sense. But if you have any questions about leasing or about DriveMatch, let me know in the comments. But with that, I'm going to call it a video. Thank you all for watching. Financial knowledge is power. Please like and follow for more.